Hey everyone, Jim Chester coming to you live with Dr. Scott Little. We are at the Mile High Chiropractic Weekend out here in Westminster, Colorado. I just want to say a quick thank you to Danny and Rochelle Knowles for putting on such a great program for everybody to be a part of. Dr. Little, this is your first Mile High, right?
It is indeed. First one.
So tell me a little bit about what you've learned and a little bit about the excitement of coming out here to Colorado.
Well, for me, it's been several years since I've been to an event that was so philosophically and energy-wise charged. So it's just been awesome to be around all these powerful chiropractors, and the presenters have all been wonderful. What's been very interesting from my perspective is that everybody stays in there. Everybody's in there listening to the speakers and supporting each other. We get the vendors are phenomenal, and we get ample time to spend time with the vendors. But everybody's been engaged in the presenters, and the presenters have just been top notch. I had yesterday. You asked me who my favorite speaker was, and it was John Chung giving a great presentation on how vast, how many of us have head injuries and neck injuries, concussions, and so forth, and just how dramatic of an effect on one's health and well-being that can have, and especially the importance of the upper cervical spine, which is a big part of my practice and where I focus a lot of my attention. And so he gave just a phenomenal presentation, and so many of the other presentations have been just very inspirational and had great information, and I've loved every minute of it.
So I know you're new out here to the Colorado chiropractic world. Tell me a little bit about the support you've had from the other people at the event.
Well, it's just been phenomenal, the outpouring of like a red carpet, if you will. Everybody's so welcoming, and I just looking so forward to you. Indeed, I rolled into town at 7 o'clock about 5 days ago, and looking forward to starting my practice in Woodland Park, Colorado, in just a few days. I was planning on doing it on Monday, and then somebody thought that we should have a full lunar eclipse or solar eclipse or a total eclipse of the heart, turn around bright eyes. And so I decided that Monday was not a good day to start my practice. I'm waiting until Tuesday, and going into it, having been to Mile High, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Again, meeting all of these people that I've seen on Facebook, and is this the first time you and I have met?
This is the first time Dr. Scott and I have met is this weekend, but I feel like I've known him for about 3 months now since we've been in touch with each other.
Indeed. Thank you very much to Al Gore and Mark Zuckerberg for bringing us together, and now we're in the flesh. So yeah, awesome.
And I do look forward to building friendship and fellowship with you. You gave me an amazing adjustment yesterday. He toggled me from the left side, so I must have had an atlas out or something. I'm not a chiropractor, but I do know the process of toggling somebody. You're either hitting C1 or C2, right?
And yes, indeed. Primarily C1 for me, but C2 is not quite an extremity for me. C3 absolutely is. But then I'm also a Logan guy, so I always follow it up with a Logan Basic Chaser.
So anybody that is out here that's interested in finding you, Dr. Scott, what is the primary focus of your practice?
Can you repeat that question?
What was the primary focus of your practice? That if anybody's interested in finding you and getting under care with you, like I know that you're a traveling doc. Maybe I should say it. Dr. Scott's going to come to your house, do house calls. He's a membership style practice, and he's in Woodland Park, correct?
Yes, that's a great question, and it was a perfectly good one had I heard it and understood it. But yeah, so many things in our life, my wife Karen and my life, we're trying to simplify and minimize, and certainly my chiropractic approach has become very, very simple in the last several years. We have historically in Indiana had a membership style practice, practiced in a little tiny 400 square foot office. I shared it with another chiropractor. My net rent, utilities, internet access was $175 a month. We had a monthly membership fee that everybody found to be great for coming in weekly, and it was a great practice. Taking that same principle here to Woodland Park, Colorado, we'll have a small studio office. I'm going to start out in a work co-op area where I'm going to be paying about $150 a month to be able to use it 3 days a week, and then I'm also going to add to that a house calls-based practice where I'll travel to people's homes, work, their lodging, going to dude ranches and fly fishing lodges and retreats and different things like that. But looking forward to really getting to serve the people of Teller and El Paso counties, into Park counties, if you know your counties of Colorado. Those are the only 3 counties that I can name. Well, you're in Jefferson County. I know Jefferson County is Denver, so learning my Colorado geography in quick order.
And another really cool thing is Dr. Scott is an avid fly fisher, and I'm an avid mountain hiker. So I hope to be able to build some good friendship with him and go fishing with him and learn some things about going into the water and catching fish. And I hope to be able to take him up on some of these big mountains that I get to the top of. And, you know, when you do those type of outdoor activities, you learn from each other. And, you know, I'm going to always have somebody with Dr. Scott to be able to tune my spine, make sure that my nervous system is functioning to its highest ability. And, you know, a lot of people don't know this, Dr. Scott, but when you have a highly functioning nervous system, you know what the byproduct of that is? You get a highly functioning immune system.
Yes, indeed.
And then, you know, the approach I like to talk to people about is the eat well, think well, move well, get adjusted. And most people are desperately searching for the eat well, think well, move well, and they're all neglecting the fourth part, which is the adjustment. So if we just start with the adjustment first, then we have the opportunity to get more people involved with the chiropractic lifestyle.
Well, that's absolutely right. You know, the upper cervical spine is intimately related to the brain stem and the cerebellum. You know, there's a great study, I think it's the Journal of Neuroscience, July 2007, talking about how the link between the upper cervical spine and the brainstem, part of the brainstem, the nucleus tractus solitarius, that controls the heart and the liver and the lungs and the gastrointestinal system and the immune system. And then it has an intimate relationship with the cerebellum, which controls mood. Well, it controls balance and coordination. We think of that as movement, but we also know now that the cerebellum also controls balance and coordination of moods and attitudes and things, and you know that has a significant role in addictions and other mental and emotional health disorders and so forth. So yeah, there's nothing more important, in my opinion, from a chiropractic standpoint than making sure the atlas is set. And then, like I said, I'm a Logan guy, so I like to follow it up with a Logan Basic Chaser.
Well, there you have it. Dr. Scott is new to the chiropractic world out here in Colorado. He's been practicing for how many years?
22 years.
So 22 years in practice. He's been in Colorado for less than a week, so let's all give him a warm welcome. Please give us some stars or some hearts and some thumbs up. And if you guys do like what we're doing out here at the Mile High Chiropractic Weekend, please join us. The registration is now open for next year. It's milehighchiro.org. If you guys click on the link, you guys can save some money by registering for next year. So thank you, Dr. Scott, for...
And I would say by next year, between the two of us, we should be able to put together a group, and we'll go fly fishing one day and hike a 14er the next day.
So anybody does want to come up out and do some really cool fellowship activities like hiking and fishing, reach out to us, send us personal messages. We love and appreciate everybody out there that's been with us over the weekend. So if you guys are interested in learning more about what we do, personal message us and stay in touch with us. So thank you so much, Dr. Scott.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, everybody. Stay with us.